Would you ever let your daughter date a German guy? Today I'm going to ask a Jewish rabbi the questions that we Germans are too afraid to ask. Shabbat Shalom, this is Menachem. He's a real rabbi. And my butthole is a little tight.
With a 100% Jewish rabbi, your butthole should be a little bit more than tight. I'm a little offended, it's only a little tight, let's get.
The first thing I've always wondered about, can I as a German say Jew? Because I feel weird. Like I always say Jewish person.
Can a German say Jew? Yes. Yeah. Can you say it? Not the way you just said it. The way you just said it was like aggressive. Okay. Like it's kind of like no hard R, no hard J.
Oh, really?
Like if you have to say the Jew, it's bad.
Okay, understood.
Jew, if you emphasize the W, Jew, it's friendly. Jew is bad.
Okay, so if I say Jew...
You made it bad again. You can, but you shouldn't.
I can, but I shouldn't. But it's not as bad as the N-word.
It's not as bad as the N-word.
So if I have to choose one, the N-word and the J-word, I choose the J-word.
Choose the J-word.
Okay, good.
Especially in front of black people.
That's a good point.
It might confuse them, but you're safe. You're safe.
That's good, that's good. So Jew is not a slur.
It can be used as a slur. So that's kind of like...
Got it. If you say like, you fucking...
Yeah.
See, I can't even say it. Honestly, dude, with you, I might be more comfortable saying the N-word. Because we Germans, there's not...
But he won't. He's not going to say it.
No, because we Germans have so much guilt towards Jewish people.
Why? For what? What happened? Did I miss something?
We did a bit of a oopsie-whoopsie, yeah? We did a big oopsie, yeah? So we're so aware of that. Hyper-aware, right? In a good... Like, we should be. As we should. So we have so much awareness around that. But then with black people, we don't learn as much about slavery because the black people were good to them for the most part. Germany didn't participate in transatlantic slavery to the same scope that the US did.
Yeah, 100%. But also I'm saying the same Nazis that made concentration camps for Jews threw gypsies, black people, and gays into.
Did you just say gypsy? That is.
Are we not allowed to say gypsy?
That is very offensive.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So I won't say Jew, I say Jewish person.
You say Jewish person, but again, you can get away with it. If you say Jew, no one's going to be upset with you. But also, if you ask, if you're like, what's up, Jew? Can I say that? You're wrong. If you do it, commit. Like, if you by mistake, just commit.
Yeah. What about Jew, please? Okay, got it. So what do you Jewish people, what are you fucking nervous about this?
The amount of times you said Jewish, now Jewish feels as aggressive as Jew. Just say Jew.
So what do Jews learn about us Germans?
I don't think there's a direct education about Germans specifically. Usually when Jews are learning about Germans, it's in the context of World War II and the Holocaust, so you guys are not usually framed well. I wonder why. One thing that's actually good though is, at least from an educational perspective, it doesn't bleed over. So it's not like the Germans tried to kill us in World War II, they're all terrible, horrible people. We learn about like the Nazis are bad, and we're able to separate the Nazis from the Germans.
Would you say that most Jewish people don't have resentment towards Germans?
No, but okay, so here's where the resentment kind of bleeds in.
Okay.
I know a lot of people who, like their grandparents, would never drive German cars.
Yes.
So they would not support Germany in that sense because, again, like a lot of the car companies help build the gas chambers.
But to be fair, I saw a Jewish family the other day and I felt weird because I was wearing a Germany jersey because Germany just played in the Euro Cup. And I felt weird about that. I didn't want to like make them feel uncomfortable or anything. And we were at a gas station also. And then that Jewish family, sorry, it's true, it's just true. And then that Jewish family proceeded to going into their Tesla. And I was like, I'm good.
Why were they at a gas station if they were in a Tesla? First question. Also, those Jews were smart. They avoided the gas.
My point is, there's a lot of car companies that have somewhat of a, not so Jew-friendly past, such as Henry Ford.
I was just going to say.
Elon Musk did like 2 perfect Hitlers.
Or was he just high-fiving from really far away?
That is also possible, He's just an awkward guy.
We definitely, I feel, again, besides for that car thing, and also like, you look at younger Jews drive any car, it's more of like the older generation, but it seems like we have been able to separate
the art
Nazism from, what do you mean the art from the artist? Who was an artist? Is the art from the artist from Hitler being an artist? Is that where it comes from? What's the origin of that?
That's a good point. I don't know, maybe. I think art from the artist, I'm referring to the art being German cars and the artist being, Did you listen to Kanye West's song, N-word Hail Hitler?
I would never listen to it one time and not play it on repeat. It's a bad song. It's a catchy song. The guy makes good. It's a catchy song.
So, it's a catchy song.
I feel like you shouldn't be listening to it. I didn't want to,
but people ask me. People are like, Mari, make a reel about it. I'm like, I'm now the fucking Nazi guy. I hate that shit. But I'm just stuck in this cycle.
But as much as you hate being a Nazi, were you humming along? Let's be honest.
I only sang along the N-word part, not the Hail part.
Okay, that's good.
Because I feel uncomfortable with that because of the history. But
gotta draw the line somewhere.
Gotta draw the line somewhere, exactly. Okay, that's good to know, because for me it's weird when I meet Jewish people because I feel sometimes afraid of admitting that I'm German. When I was in Jerusalem, they asked me, the Western Wall, they always asked you, where are you from? And I literally had this impulse. I was like, I'm from Alabama, yeah, brother. They all got some Mountain Dew over here. Like, I'd rather admit that I'm American. I never lie about being American, but I had this impulse because I thought that these guys would maybe like me less because I'm German. I personally had nothing to do with the Holocaust, but I have so much guilt, so I'm like, I don't know. But it's good to know that we're getting closer and we're being more friendly. So you have a daughter, yeah?
Yes.
Would you ever let your daughter date a German guy?
100%. There are a lot of German Jews.
So it's more about the religion than about the nationality.
100%. I think, like, for me, we've raised our kids Jewish. Mm-hmm. Like, I know a lot of people who have kind of, intermarried. Yeah. And I think that sometimes it's hard, especially when, like, they want to kind of, like, let's say, have different, like, opposing outlooks on life or holidays. Like, it's hard to have, like, the Christmas and the Hanukkah sometimes. Like, sometimes it works out beautifully when you have both, and sometimes it's, like, a little bit hard for it's like, I want the child to be baptized and circumcised and bar mitzvah and, like, all quinceañera, like, all these things going on.
Like, we have a friend, Bill.
Yeah.
He converted to Judaism for his fiance, who then dumped him.
Because she loved him as a non-Jew, and the second she found out he's going to be a Jew, she's like, it's done.
Isn't that crazy?
It's not kinky anymore. Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm saying there's definitely, like, conversion things. Like, you can convert to Judaism. I don't know why you would.
If I wanted to convert to Judaism, what I got to do? Like, what's this process, hypothetically speaking?
It's just one cut away, my guy.
Just one cut away? The circumcision is a must.
The circumcision is a must. What's actually funny is you are circumcised, right?
Yeah. I got circumcised when I was 19 for a Turkish girl I was dating for the other team.
Oh, she was Muslim.
Yeah. I decided to do it. It was fully consensual. Okay, it was fully consensual. She told me that if I wanted to marry her, I'd have to get circumcised. So I looked into it, and I did it more for aesthetic reasons. I just think it's more aerodynamic. I think there's a lot of perks. It floats better in a wind canal. It's more hygienic. I don't have to
Why
tell
is
you.
your penis in a wind canal?
German, engineering, we look at the dynamics, the
just
shape,
in case,
and stuff
you never
like
know.
that. Just in case, you never fucking know. So I did it for that reason. But my friend Bill told me that when he was circumcised also, that they still, when he converted to Judaism, draw some blood.
They draw some blood
from his dick.
So yeah, so you do it with like a little needle. There's a blessing to be made during the circumcision. Mm-hmm. And if you already got circumcised, you technically can't make the blessing.
I was told that there's a circumcision ritual where the rabbi sucks blood from the penis.
Yes. So, okay. You look shocked.
My question is, how many dicks have
but who's counting? Okay.
No, but is that a real thing?
So basically what happens is some of the things that, Jews do are practical, medical, and some things are just traditional, and some things kind of cross over. Drawing blood to certain areas actually helps with healing. So when it comes to getting circumcised, one of the things that helps heal is suction.
Wow.
Okay. So back in the day, when it was like a baby and a rabbi, it's like they didn't have like a suction cup to use.
Yeah.
So it was just like, okay, we're going to do that for the healing process.
Of course.
Nowadays, a lot of people will use a tube.
Got it. Okay.
So there is still the old school way, which is like tradition. This is how we did it. We're just going to do it.
Sure.
But a lot of people, especially just, for sanitary purposes, just like, you do it at a doctor's office, they have like a little tube. And
100%. Yeah. It's a medical reason. That's interesting. Because I thought it was like some kinky sex thing. And I was like, this sounds like a Christian thing, a Catholic thing more than anything. Okay.
Sacrificing
So stay in your lane. Okay. Sucking off is still a Catholic thing. Can I ask you, which Jewish conspiracy theories are real? Do you guys have space lasers? Do you guys control the weather? Hollywood. Like, is there anything to this?
I can't answer any of these questions. I think it's easier to say which ones aren't real. Mm-hmm. I feel like they're snipers. Unfortunately, they're not real. Like, I would love a space laser, but we don't have the space lasers.
Yeah.
And weather, I feel like, where is it nice weather where Jews live? Like, have you ever been to New York?
That's
true. Is it nice weather? Is New York known for its weather?
No, I don't think so. But like, the Jews left Germany.
Is Germany known for its nice weather?
No, because the Jews left. That was my theory. Because Berlin is one of the rainiest places in the world. So I was like,
once we left, it's just...
We need to... Yeah. Germany used to have the same weather as like the south of Italy. And then the Jews left, and all of a sudden it's like gray and rainy.
And you guys don't have good bagels anymore. I wonder why.
I don't think bagels are that great.
I don't either.
Really?
I think they're okay.
Really? I think they're fine.
Why is there a hole in the middle?
Why is there a hole? That makes no sense. It makes it like less efficient and like, thank you, I can finally bond on something.
Thank you. What are they doing? They're trying to get rid of calories? Is that like the calorie dense center?
I like a nice German roll. Like, you know, these German, like a German Pumpernickel, you know? It's beautiful, right? It's nutritious, it's healthy, but you don't have that hole.
The hole makes no sense.
But Jews and Germans, similar.
Yeah.
Culturally, huh? Sauerkraut.
We love pickling things. Jews love pickling
things.
Yeah.
Right?
Schnitzel, Israelis invented that. You guys appropriated that.
Israelis invented schnitzel 1000%, and we Germans took it from Israel, not the other way around, of course.
America invented the hamburger, and Israel invented the schnitzel. Yeah. And the Germans just appropriated everything.
And New Yorkers invented pizza.
And New York, who else invented pizza? Of course they did. What are you talking about?
But that's great, that bagels are not that great. I think that's one takeaway, yeah. He did a Kolbenschnießen, a Schnauzenklausen. Why do Jewish people complain so much?
What are you talking about? We don't complain. You think we complain? Why would you bring me here to ask me about complaining? You think I complain about things? You know what? If I'm going to complain, this chair's not that comfortable. And it's kind of cold in here. And you didn't give me a warning this is going to be cold. I could have worn a sweater. I have a sweater in the car. I could have gotten before this. You think that Jews complain? We don't just complain about everything. You know what? And you're slouching. Sit straighter, okay?
You talking about my German grammar. Setz dich aufrecht hin! Because here's the thing. We Germans have so much guilt and we feel like we're not entitled to complain at all. Like my dad, for example, we had a funny situation. We had a dinner with my dad and he ordered a steak. And the waiter asked, hey, do you want your steak cooked medium or well done? And he was like, I would like it done well. Because he thought that meant like a good steak. And then the steak arrives and it was like, it tastes like rubber, right? And then everybody, my Jewish wife's family, like they were all like, you know, it's in Chicago, a bunch of Jewish people. And they're all like, hey, just send it back. You know, the restaurant, they make a lot of money, just send it back. They made a mistake or whatever. And then my dad's the most chill guy, but he was like, nine, everybody, I will eat the steak because I made the mistake and I will suffer the consequences of my actions. Yeah? Like my father Günther made a big mistake and now he has to pay for it. And that is how we are as Germans. However, on the other hand, there's other people like my Jewish wife who will go to a restaurant in Portugal, a fish restaurant, and the fish comes and my wife goes to the waitress and she goes, excuse me, this fish tastes a little fishy. And I was just being there being like, oh my God.
I think that you guys don't want to complain because you know you'll live to have another day. So your dad knows that he'll survive long enough to have another steak. This steak won't be good. He'll get another one. With the Jews, it's like, we might die tomorrow. I want it to be good now. If I'm going to complain, like, I want this to be perfect because this might be my last meal. This might be my last day. This might be my last chair.
Well, it's hard to debate that one, you know? So do Jews have an existential fear of extermination?
I think so, for sure. Like, it was funny. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. This is years ago. And this was right before Trump became president. He was like, oh my gosh, what if Trump becomes president and the whole country falls apart and we're going to have to leave the country, da-da-da. And I looked at him, I was like, yeah, we might have to leave the country. Like, Jews eventually leave every country.
Yeah.
Like, we're part of a country. We feel like we're citizens. We feel like we're part of it. And then eventually they chase us out. Like, that's just, you look at, like, it historically, like, that's what happened. We got kicked out of Germany. We got kicked out of Spain. We got kicked out of France. We got kicked out of Egypt. We got kicked out of Russia. We got kicked out of Ukraine. Should I go on? There's a lot of countries that kicked us out. A few years ago, I was telling my wife, I was like, the Jews, like, we've kind of had it too easy. We're kind of like due for something terrible to happen. And my wife's like, don't say that out loud. I'm like, no, I'm not like wishing it upon us. It's just
what do you mean it's been too easy? It's been like 80 years or so.
But what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's been almost 80 years since like a big tragedy.
Yeah.
And then we just had a big tragedy.
Yeah.
It's one of, unfortunately, it's like this inevitable thing for the Jews.
Yeah. How do you feel about Israel-Palestine? Do you make a distinction between Jews and the state of Israel? Or how do you think most Jews would feel about Israel?
Jews and Israel are definitely separate, but Jewish values are tied to Israel. But with that in mind, the current state of Israel is also different because, let's say, like, when the culture is inherently tied to the land, but not tied to the current government of Israel.
That's interesting because most people hate on the Israeli government right now, right? And there's horrible things that are happening. And most people that I spoke to, even within Israel, were very much divided on their leadership.
But I think that that's what a democracy is. In a democracy, you're supposed to be able to have an opinion on who you want, who you don't want, who you like and who you don't like.
And it's like civilians also, obviously the horrible things that are happening in Gaza to all the civilians there, things, right?
And that shouldn't be condoned either. That's horrific.
It's just tough sometimes how it all gets like blended together in such a black or white thinking where there's no empathy for the actual people who are separate from the government. I know it's hard to like compartmentalize that, but for me it was interesting going to Tel Aviv, getting my hair cut, and talking to my barber for like 40 minutes. about this conflict that's going on. Not through the media, not on a podcast.
You only spoke for 40 minutes with your barber? Mm-hmm. That's it? I'm saying, was he not Israeli? Like, he only spoke to you for 40 minutes? It wasn't like an hour and a half? The Zochan?
Yeah, it was not a very efficient haircut, I'll say that. Because also podcasts, a lot of times you have some very radical people who are the loudest voices. So you think all Israelis are like that, or you think that all Muslims or Iranians are like that. But just talking to civilians, I would always invite everybody to do that.
If you ask the majority of civilians, they would get along. Like, they'd love to get along. They'd love to find a way to have peace and a way for everyone to be safe and secure. But then there obviously are radicals on both sides that destroy it. And I want to say, like, again, radicals on one side get jihadi, and radicals on the Jewish-Israeli side get an equal level of jihadi when it comes to these things. Governments and radicalism end up perpetuating bad things. And also I think that, you know, like, most of these things are also taught. Babies don't wake up hating each other. They don't see color, they don't see race, they don't see religion. It's like,
you're right.
If he's willing to be a wild, crazy person, I'm going to play with him. Otherwise,
that's a good point. There's only two things I hate: racism and French people.
That makes sense.
I think that's what we can.
I hate everyone equally.
Equal
Opportunity hate.
What is one thing people misunderstand about the Jews?
That we have massive penises.
Let's find out. Link in bio.
I think that, like, for me, I would answer that in the perception of me personally, where I think that Orthodox Jews or Jews that are, you know, like, practicing and more religious, I think that people kind of think of us almost as, like, alien and different and not like normal humans.
I was surprised when I met you and I found out that you were Orthodox, because first of all, the darkest jokes I've seen anybody make. Like, you instantly started talking to me about, like, oh, Mario, you taking a shower, you want to take me with you, you know what I'm saying? You made, like, the equal amount You made the equal amount of, like, Nazi jokes and gay jokes. That's kind of like the thing I was very surprised by. Gay Nazi jokes, right? The gay Nazi jokes, and there's a lot there, obviously.
I saw Mario and he mentioned shower, and I wasn't sure if he wanted to, like, take me to the shower. To the shower!
Exactly. That kind of stuff.
I'm sorry that I Elon Musked on your show.
You know, I mean, if anybody can do it, it's you. You can do as many Hitler salutes as you want.
As many?
I mean, you shouldn't, but I'm just saying you could.
Because I'm Jewish? Or are you saying that I'm autistic like Elon Musk? Like, what gets... What
You're just the awkward guy. Do your Roman salute, do your thing, you know?
But yeah, kind of like you were saying, I think that people don't realize that it's like, okay, so I'm just like you. I just hedged my bets differently. Yeah. I like being religious. It's not that much. Like, all I have to do is, you know, wear the hat, have a little tzatzit, not mix meat and milk, not use electricity on Shabbat, not touch women before marriage,
use money,
not use money on Shabbat. Like, just 613 other, you know, commandments. But besides for those, it's just a normal regular life. Easy peasy.
Yeah. If you had to leave America because the Jews were just, like, expelled again, where would you go?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida?
Yeah. If I had to leave America, I'd go to Florida.
Good point.
Feels safe. They have guns.
I would make the argument that Germany has less Nazis now than America.
Yeah, because also what's kind of funny is it's illegal there. It's legal here. You want to march with your swastika here. You want to sell swastika t-shirts at the Super Bowl. You can do that here. That's actually a really good question. Like, if I had to leave, probably Israel would definitely be up there as a thought, even though that's obviously, like, the biggest target. Like, if Jews are being kicked out of America, it's like all eyes on Israel.
Yeah.
Maybe Argentina. Worked for you guys.
Yeah, it can be like a reunion of sorts. You know what I'm saying?
We all end up in Argentina.
Oh my God, it's been like 90 years. Last time I saw you, you were running from Auschwitz. Here we are again, you know?
Do you have any family from Argentina?
I don't, no. They're all Germans. They were good people. Max from Argentina, she has blonde hair, blue eyes. She was like,
what's her last name?
Scary. Her name was Ana Maria Fernanda Himmler. Yeah, that was her name, but you know, it's all good.
You dated her, but also, definitely one of the good ones. Wouldn't have been a Nazi. Look, I wouldn't have been a Nazi, but if she was hot, she's hot.
What can I say about that? All right, let's play this game. Fuck, marry, kill. Germany, Iran, France.
Marry Germany. I'm gonna F Iran, I'm gonna kill France. I'm sorry. I agree, I have to. I'm sorry.
You know how it's funny that, like, French people, like, hating on them is, like, universally so accepted?
It just feels right.
And it just feels right. Because if you said kill Iran, it's also,
it's a little,
it's a little weird, you know what I'm saying?
I could have a one-night stand with the country of Iran, with the entire country.
100%.
But, like, France, I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
They sound clingy, they drink too much wine, they smell like cigarettes,
100%.
They don't shower, armpit hair, like, it's,
And I think that's just the way to go. I think we should, as people, we need to come together as humans. Like, you know, if Germans came together with Israelis, Palestinians, if we all came together, we can all take over France.
They wouldn't even fight. They have the white flag ready. They wouldn't even fight. They'd be like, take it.
No, it'd be easy, yeah.
Can I ask the question to you? Like, what would you answer?
Realistically?
Yeah.
fuck, I would marry Germany. Just because, responsible fiscal decisions, recycling, all that stuff, right?
Time.
Show up on time, all this stuff.
They won't do the Holocaust again?
Probably not. Probably not.
Statistically,
I think we just got it out of our system by now.
Yeah, 2 world wars. You don't need 3. You don't need 3.
Nobody does three-peat. That's not a thing. No, probably America, Iran will be the next world war, right?
Okay.
And then the next, and
then Germany can come back,
and we'll pass, and then the fourth one will come back strong.
Okay,
I have a friend. He's from Iran. Lovely people, but I just also think their government is also just a little cuckoo.
Just a little, just the tiniest.
So not the people. I would say this. I would fuck. I have to kill the French. It's the easiest one.
Easiest one. I wasn't even think about the people. I was talking about the land.